Libra, what's that? Steve, get your deck out and put it on the table. So Steve's definitely going to get his deck out and put it on the table for you if you want to know. And we're going to slop it on the table and we're going to show you what we've got. Okay? So you could be dealing with Scott or someone that's Scottish or Sarah, Steve, sassy. Also, I'm hearing for a lot of you, someone's very sassy or spicy. Some of you could be spicing things up around your food or just getting very hot and heavy and spicy. Something's getting very heavy around you. I don't know if you're putting on weight or trying to lose weight, but something's getting very heavy. Some of you might actually be going to the gym, Jerry and Juice and Justin, Jackie, John, Jack, Jackie's son. Some of you could really be dealing with the sun. Some of you could be dealing with someone that's really hot. Anyway, Steve's going to get his deck out and we're going to put it on the table and see what you've got. And then we're going to use some other decks also and put them on the table and see what you got there also. Some of you might have got a fish and you're like, listen fish, come here, I've got you. So someone could have a Pisces in mind or something like that, and I'm trying to keep you in mind. Keep me in mind, keep me up to date. Someone could be going out on a date and you're like, right, we're going to book a date, okay, but just keep me in mind for this date and let's pencil it in and say that it's going to be happening on this certain date. So it might be where you're organising something. I'm not really sure what it is. If I say thing, you say Stephen King. So you could be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius, 8, and you could be dealing with someone called Steve, or it would be a date that you've got with somebody and we are penciling it in just to make sure that it is a date and it's concrete and it is set for that time. Some of you might work for ground workers and you might do things around concrete and you're looking at a concrete slab. Some of you, it might be where you're doing decorations or decking or a deck, but like a deck, which means that it might be like Anthea, or Deck, or Derek, okay, or Dan, or Danielle. But some of you might be doing something around slabs, like outside of your back or your front. Shh, we're coming round the back. Some of you might just be doing things out in the garden, basically, but it might be like concrete slab laying, all of these kind of things, just hanging around your garden, or hangman. Some of you really could be dealing with someone called Han, or a hangman, which would be a Pisces, which would be a 3. So you could be a life path 3 yourselves, and you come up as Pisces. But we are looking at Libra. Now Libra, before I get my deck out, which I do have out, and I'm going to put it on the table very soon for you, don't forget that after this monthly reading, what we're going to be looking at is your 2 numbers that come together to make a karmic experience. So if that be a number 2, and you've got 2 life paths together that come to a 2, I'll be doing those kind of readings. If they come together to make a 3, we're going to be doing the energy of the numerology placements of 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 9. So it's very, if you've just found the channel and you don't know how I read, then it's very, it'll be good to catch up on it so you know when we're doing the readings which one to watch out for. Okay, so what messages have you got here? So we're going to get different decks out and we're going to put them all on the table for you, Libra. What messages have you got for Libra, please? Or you can watch this as a life path 2. Okay. Or Laura, Lucy, Lucille, what's her name? Simon, Cynthia, Sarah, Steve, Seal of approval, looking for an approval, an appraisal. Some of you might be getting praised, or you pray, and something to do around, what was that, MC Hammer, someone from Mexico, Tesco, or Mexico, MC Hammer. Some of you might be getting something to praise. Silver's hammer, Silver's pussy. But like Silver Hammer, so it might be Thor, I don't know. But like there's like clergyman type sort of like religious stuff here is what they're saying. Getting something to praise. It might be a ring, 7 days, 7 days. Could be dealing with Steve, you could be dealing with like a life path 7 for a lot of you, or a Cancerian. And you might be getting something appraised, like approval, or oh my God, we pray for another day. So some of you are all up into Colin or day, or you're just always going to church, right? Church this, church that, church this, religion that, religious this, religious that, books, clergymen, books of praise, songs of praise, singing hymns, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so let's see, what's Libra got? Libra. What has Libra got? Libra, Zebra. Get your deck out. You've actually got, get your deck out. So what does it say? We'll get you another one. You like to grow things that feel good. Yes? You want more of that fun, juice in your life, right? So some of you could be juicing, Jillian, juicing, Justin, Jackie, Jack, Jasmine, Jackie, Jackie's son, anybody getting with Jay, also juicing. Some of you might be juicing, like juice, oranges, fruits, vegetables, blah, blah, blah. but you want some spice and juice in your life, Libra. This card comes to you to say, ask the universe for more. Okay, so you want more. After a period of rest or focus, it's now time to share experiences, adventures, and seeing results. So I think a lot of you are sharing quite a lot of stuff, someone from Australia, or anybody beginning with S, okay, but like sharing experiences. So there is something that your message was saying around penciling it in for a later date. And this bit is what they're really getting me to look at. It's now time to start experiencing adventures and seeing results. So it feels like that you are going to be starting to see results. If you're on a diet or if you're planning, it's about looking forward to the future, adventures of maybe going out. Okay, why am I hearing Perget's Adventures of Tim? So name Tim, anybody beginning with T, okay, or Tara, Tatiana, Tanya, Great Britannia, someone from Britain you might be seeing, or Brittany, but seeing results, looking for some kind of result around the doctors or hospital. Some of you might be booking yourself a sexual sort of, if you're going to be active around like a test, because I keep seeing test and result. So it might be something around test result, or looking for, I don't think it's exam. It could be like a sexual exam that you're going for to get things checked out. Okay, it might be like anything around the body, but I'm going to the doctors to get everything checked out. And it might even be your partner also. Okay, what else do we have here for Libra? Any other messages, please, for Libra for this month of March? For the month of March, Mark. I'll keep in the name Mark, Marvin, Maureen, Doreen, Virtue. Some of you are into virtues and Doreen. Let's see, Libra, all at sea. Someone could be where they work abroad, but they go on a boat. Some of you, it might be a Capricorn or a Gemini, and it might be someone that's at sea. It might be someone that you're seeing across the world, meaning it would be a 3 and a Pisces, and some of you are talking to someone via distance and travel, but someone could be traveling across the sea. Okay, what's hearing? Lucy, Laura, Lulu, Louise, Anne, Annabelle. Let's see, Libra. One more card. Okay, the not so greyhound. So David, greyhounds. You don't have the conform. To conform. Oh, fuck knows what that is. You are more than the sum of your social conditioning, your age, your birth, name, authenticity, gender, and sexual orientation. Something here around sexual kind of stuff is gender of sex, like it might be a sexually transmitted energy, or some kind of looking into genetics and that kind of stuff. You are whatever you want to be. Take off the mask and show yourself. Don't be afraid. It's a more beautiful life ahead. It's just beautiful. Okay, eatful. Something around an eating disorder. Because I'm hearing, you can't see it here, I can't show you, but beautiful. So now I'm picking up something around eating, but it's saying, don't be afraid. Unmask and show yourself. So it might mean where we kept picking up around the energy of pride about how I look. And it might have been around tarot card readers that may have just been showing their hands, or something around like I don't want to show myself, like I don't want to. Because that's what it says here. Okay. Something around gender and sex, which means that there is something about me that I don't want to reveal. Okay. So it might be coming out sexually. It might be coming out physically and emotionally and showing myself. But that's what the card says. You are whatever you want to be. Take off the mask and show yourself. Don't be afraid. It's a more beautiful life ahead, which means that whatever it is that you're afraid of showing, don't be afraid of showing it to the person, because if they love you for who you are. You don't have to prove yourself to be anything else. Okay, so the not so grey hound. So it might be around grey hair. It might be around a look or something about how you look. It might be the colour of your skin, because I definitely keep picking up that it's multicoloured, okay? So it might have something to do with around colour, like being pale or being a different colour. We had this for a while where racism come up, and it was in your reading as well. It was definitely around Sagittarius, Taurus energies, and it was definitely around Libra, and it also came up in Capricorn, okay? And I'm definitely picking it up on here. That's why I put out the song of Mika. You can be green, you can be blue, you can be violet sky. It's actually in here. But Mika, it was on the discussion page of this channel. You can be blue, you can be green, you can be violet sky, you can be anything you like, and it really doesn't matter. Okay, you could even be called Grace or Kelly or Keely. Okay, but you'd be called Grace or Kelly. But something here, or religious or not, or spiritual or not. Pisces, religion, clergyman, Pisces, sacrificial lamb, sacrificed, reborn from Capricorn to Pisces. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you are, whether you're spiritual, religious, or black or white or colour, doesn't matter. Okay, it could even be Michael Jackson. It doesn't matter whether you're black or white. It doesn't matter whether you're green, purple, or blue. It doesn't matter what you are loved. So what it's saying is any of you out there that I know of that have been mentioning in comments that have been suffering through racism, okay, don't worry about what other people say that you are, okay? You want to take off the mask and show yourself. Don't be afraid. It's a more beautiful life ahead of you, okay? So if any of you have been suffering around your appearance, or people that make you feel guilty or bad for no matter how you look or whoever you are, get rid of these people. Or get rid of the notion that someone that you might be worried about is worried about that, okay? Depending on which way you're looking at it. But if it's to do with about how I look or my appearance, and you're worried about that internally, it's a self-reflective energy of it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because what it's saying is take off the mask and show yourself, okay? So that's what we've got for you, Libra, in that deck, okay? So let's get out this one. Steve's got multiple coloured deck. Unless you're dealing with Jason or Donovan or Kylie or Carly or Carl, but like Kylie Minogue, the multicoloured rainbow of coats of many colours. Melanie, melanoma. I don't know if there's anything around Cancer here, but like Melanie, but like the coat of many colours. Okay, so it's something to do with colours, because I even keep picking up this one. Okay, it's multifaceted when I start reading, because I look for every single sign there is. But on this one, it's multicoloured, and on this one, which was the multicoloured energy, is just green. Okay, so whatever is on the other side, the green is grass, or on the other, like, what do they say? The grass is greener on the other side. Some of you could be smoking multiple copious amounts of ganja, okay? But the coat of many colours, there are many colours towards you. You could be very esoteric, and you might start to see orbs and things around you, and someone that has orbs and colours that are floating around their aura, okay? Unless your name's Laura or Lucy or Louise or Louisiana or anybody beginning with L. Okay, it could even be a Capricorn, but something to do with around colour here. They keep saying colour. Colourful. Colour. Ella May, Eloise, Louise, Eloise, Ella May, Day, Colin, Day, colon. Something about like being checked here, being checked around the posterior, or some kind of energy here of colon, like a cleanse. Some of you might be cleansing and trying to like juice and get rid of all kind of like detox from something, like trying to flush it out is what I'm picking up. Like I need to flush everything out and kind of go through a cleanse and go for like a pamper day or something like that, a spa. Okay, so let's see, Libra. Have you got any other messages for Libra? Cool, you've got 1, 2 and 3. So you could be dealing with a Pisces for a lot of you. Okay, or a life path 3. But pose brave and fight, basically. You will not let fear stop you this time. You see, it's kind of corresponding with these energies here around the mask energy of not wanting to reveal something. But what it's saying is don't fear the Reaper, okay, which would be maybe a Scorpio, a life path 4, or an Aries possible, but I would pick up a Reaper as a 4 energy, okay, or Laura, Lucy, Louisiana, all the L's, okay. But what it's saying is you will not let fear stop you this time. So whatever it is that you're persevering is kind of like fear is just a part of the mind. I'm not letting fear take over me anymore. I'm fighting against the fear energy, okay? You're also dealing with a 26. I'm sorry, because my eyesight's terrible. 6, 7, 8, which means that a lot of you could have an Aquarian or a Leo placement for a lot of you, okay? Aquarius or a Leo or a life path 8 could be a person that is around you that might be suffering through that, okay? And then you've got endless regrets, endless regret, observation, grief. I keep picking up like grief counselling or something to do around Griffin, okay, or counselling, like some kind of bereavement or grief counselling around the energy of loss of a loved one, okay, or something of counselling, because I definitely keep picking up here that this person is suffering through the loss of a loved one, and that could be very tearful at this time, okay. Replaying the past, negative nostalgia. So it's kind of, sorry, because my eyesight is so bad. I need to get glasses. But what it's saying to me is that some of you keep having this repetitive cycle of fear that stops the energy of releasing this mask to let you go. And it could be a self-reflection of how you look, okay? And it could be the body or the mind or the face, okay? But it could be around the body, it could be the posterior here, and it could be worrying about something. Because I did pick up like a suppository or something around the backside here, okay. But it's what it's kind of saying is that, you know, it doesn't matter what you look like or what you feel like. It's just a matter of what you reflect upon yourself, and a lot of it is fear. And it's saying don't be afraid. It's more beautiful life ahead of you with a person that you could be reflecting upon. And what it's also saying is yes, you will not let fear stop you this time. But then a lot of you have kind of got this endless regrets, grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. So it's kind of like this Libra thing of a 2, of like 1 minute I feel alive and the next minute I feel like negative, and then I feel positive and then negative, and I feel positive for life but I feel negative about myself. So it's self-reflection of 2, which is a 2 of cups. So if you're indicative with a partner, what they're saying is that some of you are working on grief, bereavement counselling to do with around body and look, and then working on yourself around grieving of a lost loved one, and then also around colour and looks, okay. The looks are not everything, okay. Looks are not, because it could be the energy of whatever it is that glitters isn't always gold inside. It just glitters and looks beautiful, but inside is work that needs to be done internally, not just externally. So some of you are kind of working on yourself, of your internal emotion, to present yourself as a mask that needs looking at, because that's where you can present yourself to who you are, okay. So it'd be how you see yourself in a mirror, okay, but a physical one, not just the person, the physical self, okay. So deep, dark sea mermaid. Find solutions in the unknown places, in the darkness. So you really can be dealing with a Virgo. You got 6 and 1 is 7, which would be like a Cancerian or a life path 7, but it could also be a part of Virgo, okay, because I'm picking up the darkness. Love is the darkness, so it'd be Capricorn. Metaphorical love. Song called The Darkness. It was actually a song, I can't remember now, but it's a song called The Darkness, Love by the Darkness. I don't know. Something to do with unknown places. Jim Morrison. Love hides in familiar places, okay, in familiar corners. So it is, it's kind of like this nostalgic feeling that a lot of you have got, where you just keep going over the same repetitive cycle of thoughts about how you look. Now, if your looks are more important than your love, then if you're finding it very difficult to find love, that's because what is attracted to you is your appearance. But if your appearance is everything but the love isn't, then it's a difference of looking at what you have to what you have inside. Ooey gooey, soft and chewy. Okay. It's a dime a dozen, sweetheart. It's whatever it says on the tin. Okay, if it looks everything great on the tin, does it have what is inside it? Because on the tin it says, well, it does exactly what it does on the tin. If it says it on the tin, it does it in the tin. Unless your name's Tim. Okay, unless it was What Did to Me by Tim. I don't know. But Timbuktu. Buck. Christopher, Chris, Christine, Chrissy, Christopher. Okay, Timbuktu. Tim, Buck, and then two. I don't know. Libra, what have they got coming up for their March tarot reading, please, for Libra? For them. Jesus Christ, bruv. Steady. Someone's definitely eager, is what I'm hearing. Eager. Igor? Someone's like Lurch, very tall or very small. Someone's soaring above someone, meaning you got a tall person and a small person, like Igor. You're like, all right, there, big lad. Okay, let's see. Libra, is everything Libra? Show me what Libra has coming up for March, please. Libra, what does Libra have coming up for March? Man, what is going on with these cards? Just give me one. Just give me one moment in time. So someone's saying, look, just give me one moment, I'll be right with you. I'm feeling very optimistic about the future. Some of you are a mystic and you do all the kind of, clergy shit. A bit like this, right? I'm a mystic. Mystique is also what I'm hearing. Mystique. Steve is a mystic. Mystic. I'm also hearing lipstick, powder and paint. Some of you cover yourselves in that much makeup that might be your mask. Is about revealing oneself without makeup. Because I'm hearing lipstick, powder and paint. Okay. So a painted mask. Okay. So it's what lies beneath the paint, the war paint. But that's women in general. A lot of women, they always stick loads of makeup on. And it's kind of telling me about feeling optimistic about my look because you're doing things around makeup or you're always putting makeup on and stuff like that. But that's, to be quite honest with you, makeup is more of a woman thing. Me, for instance, I like to be able to see a woman with what she doesn't have here, okay, because that shows me more, okay. But generally, women love to do themselves up and do all of that kind of stuff, so you might be into makeup, lipstick, powders, paints, a regime. Actually, to be quite honest with you, Felix has actually just got me into actually doing doing this over. But like, I actually did get it for Christmas, and it was a moisturiser that deals with fatigue. Okay, so I thought, why not? I'm actually quite enjoying it. I don't put shit on my face really, but I was like, well, I got bought for it for Christmas. It is a man's cleanser, so why not? So I started putting it on. Actually, it feels quite good, bruv. It's all soft and smooth, and it smells nice. It's kind of got this nice aroma to it. So I'm getting into a little bit of that myself, do you know what I mean? But like, yeah, something to do with lipstick, powder and paint and all that sort of stuff. Right. See, Libra. What's Libra got coming up, please? Libra. Zebra, Debra, Deborah. I'm seeing you for the first time in my life. I want to see you. I want to see it. Go on, show me your todger. Go on, just let me hear it. Let me see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you. So you can hear someone, but I mean, is it a riddle? Or are you fiddling with yourself secretly? Fiddling with myself, secret society. Right? It's a secret society. No one knows about it. Shh. Come round my back. Or someone wants to see someone's arse and they say, look, just show me. Show me what you got, baby. Work it. Don't feel bad. Your advice here is also what came out through those. What you're so worried about. Have you seen this person? Have you seen the depth of what they have? Because they feel very good and optimistic, But do they not feel optimistic? Because it's kind of like this, well, I need to see what you look like. Like, what are you really like? You know, it could be a new person, okay? But what are you like beneath? What lies beneath, okay? What is it that you look like when you don't have everything about you that makes me feel really good? Okay? Some of you have got children, okay? And you're doing yourselves up and you're going out. Libra, what they got coming up for March, please? So you've got the Two of Swords in reverse and doing a typical fucking Libra of no, I'm not prepared to show myself yet here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to take a direction. I know which one I'm going in. But to be quite honest with you, no, I don't. I don't know which direction I'm going in. This is more mental. Two of Swords is mental, okay? So it could be mental health, okay? Mental health. Okay, so there is a lot of mental health work that I work for, but I also need doing to myself of my mental health. Condition of depression, of how I see myself, past life trauma, mental health decisions, okay, and trying to make the correct ones for the stability of my future. If we ever have children, I need to be a stable mother, okay, or I am a mother, but I need to look at my mental condition. So there's definitely an energy here of digging deep into the archives of a mental condition, okay? But it doesn't have to be doctor related, but for a lot of you in those cards, it was saying around that kind of stuff, around looking at certain things about oneself, okay, which can be self-provocation of work that needs doing on one's mental condition, mental health, okay? How do or will people see me? Because they can't, because I'm blind to the fact that no one can see who I really am, okay? So it's not showing up, okay, authentically, or is it? You see, it's always that, is it or isn't it? Are they or are they not? Should I not? Will I not? When can I? Should I? Will do? Will yes, no? Right, is that a yes or is that a no? No. Is it, well, why not? Because it's a no. So some of you are saying no to it, okay? No to Steve, or no to it, okay? Let's see. Libra. What has Libra got coming up, please? Libra. Some of you might have a son called Steve, okay? My ex-boss is a Libra. She did have and does have a son called Steve. Here makes a 4 and a 7, which makes a 2. So I'm in this reading, okay? This is a mother and a child, okay? So if you're a life path 4 and a life path 7 and you make a 2, you're in this reading, okay, as a mother and a son or daughter here. And you're always at odds because someone always looks towards the energy of negativity. They're so negative that everything will probably this person go, oh God, it's so hard life, isn't it? And you're like, no, we're not really. You're breathing, right? You're here, and you're like, no, but it's so exhausting. It's so knackering. I'm so tired. Like, I mean, some of you could just naturally be tired, and you're not really saying too much because you're tired or when you're tired, okay? But, like, I get that here. It's like, oh, everything's so, like, bro, will you stop looking at the negative approach of, like, oh, yeah, but to be quite honest with you, I didn't actually know that we were at war, and that was awful, but I don't really like watching too much of that. But again, this morning it was like, oh my God, have you heard about the war, which is Russia? And oh my God, man, I watched a little bit of that. Fucking what a complete and utter arsehole. But like, shit's gonna go down there, right? But like, yeah, like always looking at like, you know, me, I don't notice things like that go on because I don't watch the television. I don't watch news and TV. So I don't like to keep up to date on all of the shit that goes on in life. I like to keep myself away from it all. I know it sounds selfish, but sometimes you deal with people like, no, I just need to let you know of all of the negative stuff that's happening in life. And you're like, bro, I'm trying to think of myself here. Stop keep telling me about all the negative shit. No, but we need to talk about the negative stuff. Negative stuff, what does it do? Negative things remind you of what? Negative stuff. So when you look at the negative, what is it that you're going to be telling yourself for a continuous amount of life? Negative stuff. We need to look at the negative. See, the trouble is with people that manifest, they think that I'm supposed to really concern on what I don't want, on what I want. But what normally happens when you concentrate on that much of stuff that you don't want to happen? It does. It actually does happen when you don't want it to happen. That's why people really consider and think that they're in control of their own destiny. But negative thoughts come true much quicker than actually positive ones, right? You tell me that I'm wrong, okay? So normally what you think of what you don't want is normally what you get, because thinking that much what you don't want to happen is much easier than consistently thinking of what you do want to happen, okay? But when you're in between realms, or Robin, but when you're in between realms of thinking yes, no, no, yes, no, 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 yes, no, no, when, can I, shall I not, you confuse your manifestation. So when you constantly look at approach of I need to deal with all of this negative stuff within me, what is it that you're going to be thinking about yourself? Negative stuff. Right? Negativity. We need to look and purge out the negativity by looking at it. For how long? Okay. It's about looking at the bright side of life and doing it while you're here now. Okay. Live in the now. Very important to live presently. For you guys that are constantly living out the past, trying to deal with things from the past, you are not living out of a present tense of self. You are living out of repetitious thoughts. Okay, repetitious. I get up in the morning, I cook my breakfast or I have a coffee. What is that? The past. I get up in the morning, I put my foot on the floor. What is that? A repetitious energy of past. I put the TV on and watch the news. What is that? A repetitious thought of past. Okay, so when you start to live presently, you guys, some of you are not. You are constantly living out the reflection of the past, trying to deal with the past. So you are not learning present tense, present self. So where does the past keep you? Stuck in what? The past. So when are you going to be able to move away? When are you going to be able to move on? Because all you're thinking about is the past. Trying to deal with the past, but the past is gone. Past isn't there anymore. Present tense is here, but presently, what you're working on is the past. You get it? Let's see. Libra, what they got going on, please. Libra this month of March. Six of Wands, moving away from the past and going, oh Jesus, man. Some of you have got that much work to do on yourselves. It is unreal. For a lot of you, you're just trying to keep dealing with past life trauma. Past life energy, past life if you believe in it. Past. Or do not let go, just go straight to jail and prison. But like worry, anxious feelings, thoughts, nostalgia, worried about the future because you're living out the past. It's kind of like Marty McFly that got told to piss off by Doc Brown. Fuck you, Marty, we're not making Back to the Future. Bollocks, you've got dementia. So it might be where some of you have dementia or you work with dementia elderly. But like, I'm picking up an energy of like, fuck, I don't know my past, present and future. I don't know which timeline to believe. Okay, do I believe them or you or him or them? Okay. But some of you here, holy shit, man, you're still trying to deal with the past. Because no matter which way you're headed, you're fearing the future. You worry about what's happening to your future. So I need to deal with the past. It's kind of like you're stuck between realms of past, present and future, just being stuck, fearful of the future, fearful that I might fuck this up, fearful that I'll say the wrong thing, fearful if I go forward now, it's not the right time, so I need to wait. Well, how long is metaphysics? It's not the right time yet, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready. Okay, we're just going to give you loads of things in your life that are not ready. It's like waiting for paint to dry. Okay, because it's optimism, but it's also worried about the future. I'm very optimistic that this will work out, and then what do? You hit a brick wall. Okay. PTSD and trauma is also a part of the past. You can't be traumatic about future, but you would definitely suffer through PTSD of past, but never the future. But normally when you put PTSD on a field of dreams, yeah, I'll get a field of cabbages. Okay, cauliflower here. Someone could be fighting KFC or UFC, or fighting against a diet. This could be because I'm picking up KFC, which might be around like chicken, or like have disorder like I do, food disorder, eating disorder. Okay, and I need to get myself in shape and in order for the fight that comes up later on in life, right? Because I'm fighting myself. Here, I'm fighting with myself constantly. Libra. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Two opportunities of life. It's either now or later. Or it's either now or never. I don't know. But it's here. It's there. But is it? Or is this just a part of illusion? Is this delusional and just illusional? Like an illusion. It's not really there. You know, it's not. Well, it is. It's what they're saying to me. They keep getting me to look at one's own stability of mind. It's kind of like not even about your partner. You mean you might not even be in a relationship here, but it keeps getting me to look at counselling, or basically, but messages for yourself. Like, is this a part of illusion of it really being there? Like PTSD trauma, is it really there? Is it? Because you're like, yes, it did happen to me, sure, but is it there now? No. Is what you think and feel about yourself there now? It is, because you're thinking it, okay? But if you don't think it, you don't feel it, okay? So there is some kind of energy of optical illusion of, like, say, a Seven of Cups. Like, it isn't really there. It's just a part of the mind that is creating more fear, okay? So are these opportunities here? Okay. Why do I keep picking up people doing like that? I don't know. Or is it a tidal wave that comes crashing in? I don't know. Like an Usami or whatever you call it, or Saddam Hussein, or a Sami, or the army. Oh, Jesus, man. This really could be what's going on across in fucking Ukraine and God knows what else. In comes the army to fucking, you know, show everybody on the television. Right? Let's show everybody on the television that we are Russia. And we are in charge of everybody, so they fear us. Narcissism. The repetition of energy that comes up as just the same as Hitler. Show everybody what happened. Let's make everybody fear what we can do with the power that we have. Okay. Taking away people's stability of life. Okay. With fear. Let's take these opportunities from them so they don't know their head from their arsehole. To make them fear the future. Okay. So some of you are so equivocably worried about what's going to come of the future. Could really be about what's happening in your country. We're fearful of what is going to be happening in our country. But like I said, my mother also, a 7 and a 4 comes to a 2. That is what she is fearful of. Is the fact that, well, for everybody else and also here, but we're in the UK. But like spreading disease is also this. So it could be also spreading lies, bullshit, what we see on the television, making matters worse, not better. Okay. So it could be someone that believes in everything that they see and they hear to keep up to date with all of the news, to spread more fear against everybody. Okay, so it could even be someone around you that is not very good for your mental health. It might not be very good for your mental health. Definitely if you're getting triggered. Okay. Okay, so there you go. So that's what we've got so far for you, Libra. If you want to continue on your reading, it goes to both tiers. Tier 1 is like $3 or $4. It's very cheap, but either one helps me out the most. Okay, it really does. But Patron will give you both tiers. You only get your monthlies, but you get 2 of them. The full access bundle is where we're going to start to also look at your karmic value numbers as well and do a more in-depth energy of the mirror, okay, the twin mirror. So basically your soulmate mirror energy, more than likely at some point. But this goes to both tiers. Full access bundle obviously gives you access to literally everything, and tier 1 just gives you your monthlies. Okay, but you can choose, or just give it a like, share, comment, subscription, or reach out for a personal reading. Please make sure you also follow Angel Radio as well if you would like it. It's free music, mixing, mastering, and some fun, and it is all free, and you can find those linked below. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it, Libra, and I'll see you soon.